Friends, good morning. I am Ashish Chand, and the topic of the day is CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. Friends, open secret is here. The professional is here, the corporate is here, and the topic is here. The reason behind this topic is the cry, a deep cry. We are qualified, we need to reach. Friends, society is made up of people, as simple as that. And its people alone are responsible for making it healthy or weak. This is trying to understand society. We are talking about CSR, People must be informed and oriented to make the society strong. Otherwise, it is impossible. Friends, let us consider this reference sketch, a rectangle. It constitutes our society. And in this society, let us try to find our professionals that Open Secret always talks about. The main doers of the society can be found by these red circles, A politician, set, religionist, trader, farmer, agriculturist, administrator. Like that, there may be so many sets, petty worker. So the observation is that the religionist, the trader, the agriculturist, farmer, they do not fall into our category. They are skill based. They need not go back to books in case of problems. Their idea of living life and contributing to society is based on past. And friends, the two painful areas which emerge here is the politician and the administrator. By administrator, we simply mean all that lots of, public servants, government employees, big, those companies, people, the employees of which people are so much trained, and when we observe, it really gives us pain. Friends, if you consider the amount of money that is spent on this set of people, on training, on developing skill, and at the end of the day, their future is secured, materially secured by way of pensions and medical facilities being given to them and so many other facilities. Even then, if you look into them, their placement, their behavior or their working, their existence in the society, it gives you pain at as if the entire government's plan has failed, entire public money has been put to waste, and this huge waste only gives you tears in your eyes. Okay, let us forget that. This is the state, we have to admit it. So, friends, when I was working on my book, a novel, The Swami, I happened to visit Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And I was amazed. You name the politician, you name the administrator, these ambassadors and greatest of great professionals of India, and you will find one little small 80 page, 50 page, 60 page book but in his name in this publication. I was amazed. And so the heroine of my novel, Dharini, she was trained, over half the globe and by these people, and she realized that convert me, an elder in India who is, senior and elder, secured, well placed, and well read, and a good person will surely write a book on Indian culture, Hinduism, religion, and that's it. Does it pay? Does it make any sense? It only gives you one understanding that that is going to be the end, the best end for the best of bests in our country. And that is such a big pain. In our books, in our minds, we are not defined so. We need to reach. So, friends, our search, my search for the professional, naturally went into this segment called the industrialist. So, friends, from finding our professional and understanding the society, we have at least reached locating our professional. Now, this industry, if it is expanded and we try to look for our professional, we understood that the industries are of many sizes. They come in many sizes, and we have to look for the corporate sector. Fortunately, these government employees and the big public sectors, at least in the language of common parlance, they do not have a corporate business house. So they somehow escape, or it is planned that way, I do not know. The responsibility of CSR. Because it is said that they are themselves, their entire job, entire life is for the society. Now this is second pain which we are getting. And in corporate sector, we have to find and locate our professional that we always talk about. In this superset of industries, we could find many ancillaries, many workshops. These are educated people, professional people who went to college, learned, they trained themselves, and as per whatever backgrounds, they set up all these small enterprises, units, and this may be smaller offices also, financial services, legal services, that way. But the enterprise is small. The professionals engaged in these activities cannot be asked for any CSR, because entire life they are themselves booked for trying to establish themselves. Yes, corporate sector, there we can look deeper. Inside corporate sector, we have our professional friends. Inside the corporate sector, we have got, big industries, bigger, enterprises, big houses. But when looking for our professional, we understood little things, friend. The people employed in this are to be further strained. And what we found about them was, professional is one who has been lucky. Strange, but he has been lucky. that he went to a good schooling and performed very good there. He was lucky that he went to a professional college. Why I say he was lucky, that I'll leave to you. Most of us. And then he was lucky that he got a job in his field of studies. He did not waste the studies that he had done. And then he was lucky that he got a career. Getting a job and getting a career are, little two things. And then, friends, our professional that we are looking, he was one that who married and set up his family based on the earnings that he made out of this career, this job. Further, our professional is one who is well placed now. He is senior and he is elder. Senior in his profession, well placed. So, friends, this professional is, I think, what we are looking for. He is qualified and deserving. Deserving that we need to reach. At least this person should reach in a society. We discussed why others, cannot reach. They do not go back to books. Very simple, friends. And friends, going deeper into having found a lot of our professionals, it is observed that in this lot too, let us forget the top 15% and bottom 15%. वो तो बेचारे हैं. Open Secret always says that. अभागे हैं. Unlucky. The top 15% are not available. उनकी अपनी ही एक दुनिया है. Complex. In general, friends, we don't have time. We cannot listen. We are not open. We are too much consumed. And we are running and we are doing our best. And the bottom lot of 15% are too hard pressed for meeting their own security. So we are left with 70% of that lot of corporate professionals. So friends, at least we have reached very near to our lot. We have found our professional. Now friends, this slide talks about present plight of our professional. Now we have found him. We can call him with him we feel we are a group, us. So friends, I divide a man's life, a person's life, man means the women included, into 5 major segments, 14 years each. Why I don't go by 4 of the ashram vyavastha, that is the thing of, it gives us a different view. That is very, culturally based. But let us talk what comes to our common mind. 14 years might have come from that is, Indian, once again, values, Indian scriptures, which says even our soul will take 14 births to liberate. No, let us not go very deep into them. And each of these 14 years has to be seen into 7 years and 7 years, this side and that side. As simple as that. So the segments become 0 to 14, then next 28, 42, the table of 14, and we reach up to 70 years of life, and we can assume theoretically that is the life of the man. In the first segment, this sample professional is in the influence of mother and school. First 7 years mother means family, entire ambience, and then next 7 years school plus mother. In the next 14-year segment, he is in the influence of school and college. Next 7 years, 29 years to 42 years, he is in the influence of industry. He has got his job and family. He has made up a family, friends. And then 43 years to 56 years, and even further, I've taken it up to 57, you will realize he is in the influence of family, and corporate. Our lucky professional friend. So if you see, from around 40 years, I've drawn these two red dotted lines. This is our professional friend that we are talking about. And this sketch also indicates that only so many years of his life is available for, in the being in a corporate company. Other years are not, he is not with them, And he is a happy professional that we always talk about, Then friends, imagine this around 60 years, 62 years or 60 years, 57 is a little ahead. What happens to him? He is now for the society and self. He is to be influenced by society and self. And friends, this is, the truth is the professional knows neither the family, the society, nor the self. In his all life, you can understand that he is not known the society and he never knew the self. This is, if we really, wonder what do we do? And this we have done to one who is qualified, He is the, sole person who could give something back to society. And what we have done is, the only one who is qualified to give something to society has been killed. Corporate social responsibility. So much happens, friend. We are talking, if we talk of our segment only, which we have covered. Again, I have put this sketch, From that we found our professional. So, sole purpose in life is to find and spread happiness. And India provides the literature like none else anywhere on the earth. Longest living civilization. Remember, our found professional is the only one who can. I always say, because he is the one who will go back to books in case of problems. He is the one who has seen hard work. He is the one who has, literally adapted something very foreign to his being and worked on that and performed and given results. He is the one who has seen the technology part of it, the behavioral part of it, he has performed come what may. He knows how to deliver. He knows India. He is an ethical person, All his life, if he did not get into any of the moral practices, corruption, maybe because he was not, very cunning or very literate or very, he controlled his desires. He wanted to remain ethical and he did that. Friends, now the times have changed because of him only. And the times change always because of such people only, such persons only. They are the real deserving people. That is what we call professional. He can, as simple as that. Only one who can. He is the only person who can get from a maybe to be a can be, and then his journey can start. Unfortunately, our present systems have killed him, as we understood. And we talk of corporate social responsibility of the corporate, and there are manuals and manuals on CSR. There is no need to study them. The facts remain. Open Secret says that the present CSR is not from the insider. Like our technologies, they are from the outsiders only. And friends, you look into any group, they all club together in brotherhood. Traders, families, media, entertainment industry. You talk of anybody, they club together. The lawyers in the court, the medical practitioners, this our professional, a management graduate or whatever, an engineering person or administration, HR people, they never think of clubbing. They live like true Indians. Individuality is their strength, as if, and they are the only people who can give something back to society. Know that. System is very simple. First be happy and then spread happiness. Sole purpose of life is that. That is what India says. That is what the world says. That is what the humanity says. We call it liberation, call it moksha, call it whatever. Moksha is our rightful possibility. I am talking of us, these professionals. Then friends, why not begin? Why should this possibility be taken away from us? Open Secret can show the path. This is what I have to say, friends. This is what Open Secret has to say. I have studied that. Okay? So friends, this is the end of my presentation. A talk on CSR. The corporates cannot leave their best employees high and dry. कहते हैं ना बेटा. Ladies, females, even they say beta, and gents, they say beta to the young executive girls. Let us start meaning what we say, and otherwise let us be somewhat serious in our life, somewhat creative, somewhat mind oriented. So, in my opinion, in the opinion of Open Secret, developing, working on at least those of little group of professionals who have passed all these tests. Let them have the opportunity to work after 58 years, 62 years, and try to be happy. They will for sure give back that happiness to the world, and that way only the society can be healthy and strong. Nobody else can do anything. This is the state as on date. Tomorrow it may change. We'll be lucky. Today it is sure nothing more is possible. This is our cry. We need to reach not for themselves. For themselves, these professionals have made their place, and at the best, they'll go back into writing these little books, those 80-page, 60-page book. And many of them, I tell you, will realize that they have wasted their life. This is not what India needs to, do. Then you could have been born in any other place, not India, friends. This is what we have to say. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. I really hope I have made my point clear. If you have liked this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up, Please share it with your beloveds. Please see to it if you can help Open Secret in increasing its viewership. And friend, most of all, I always say, we take seminars on life management, but I want to take it to a slightly higher level. CSR, corporate social responsibility, has to have our segment. These professionals who had been lucky, I still say had been lucky, because against many odds, somehow they survived and they did well. That somehow is the factor of luck, But they have got all the ingredients to become, sages, like sages of those times, icons for the society. Let us do something about it. Let the corporates, start doing something about it. There's no money involved. It is only question of understanding the truth and going ahead. Friends, thank you very much. May God help us all. And God does help those who help themselves. Thanks, friends. God bless you all.